For today's episode, we look at our newest literary exhibition and upcoming book project, both entitled Nepantla Familias. Steve Davis, our literary curator, speaks with Sergio Troncoso, who edited the volume and, as you may have seen, began recently donating his archives to the Wittliff. Here's Steve to tell us more.
Thank you, David. The Wittliff's current literary exhibition celebrates the brand new anthology in our book series. It's called Nepantla Familias, and it's edited by Sergio Troncoso. This new book, which comes out at the end of March, is already drawing rave reviews, including a starred notice in Kirkus, which praises it as a deeply meaningful collection, an anthology that feels long overdue. Our new exhibition showcases all the writers who are featured in the anthology, and many of those writers have contributed precious family photographs that are part of our display here. The exhibit also features the major writers at the Wittliff who are also included in Nepantla Familias. Those are Sandra Cisneros, Severo Perez, and also Sergio Troncoso, who recently began donating his own literary papers to the Wittliff. Sergio Troncoso is a natural choice to be the editor for this volume. This native son of El Paso is one of the leading literary lights of the American Southwest. He's the current president of the Texas Institute of Letters, a recent recipient of an International Latino Book Award, and I was able to recently check in with Sergio at his home in Manhattan, where he spoke about this exciting new anthology in the Wittliff book series.
I think the best thing to know about this great anthology is that it's brand new work by great Mexican-American writers. It's 30 pieces by 25 writers, and only 5 of the 30 pieces have been published before. So most of them are unpublished, and we're talking about writers like Sandra Cisneros, Jose Antonio Rodriguez, Rigoberto Gonzalez, Cheryl Luna, Deborah Paredes, Diana Lopez, terrific writers. And it focuses on this concept of Nepantla. And Nepantla is a Nahuatl word that literally means in between, living in between existences, between languages, cultures, psychologies, geographies, between the old, the ancestors, and the values they gave you, and the new values you're adopting as an American. And I wanted to focus this anthology on how this in-between nature of many Mexican-American families, how it plays out within a family. And sometimes there are clashes of culture, clashes of language, but also this messy resolution of finding your place when you're being pushed and pulled by many different things, including your what language to use, what values to adopt. So these 25 writers all explore this concept of Nepantla. And I was very choosy, by the way, in whom and what I actually accepted in this anthology. I wanted the writers that I loved, the writers that have been instrumental in changing my own craft of writing, and the people that I would love to read. One of the things and I wrote this in the introduction, one of the things that's important to think about is that this concept of Nepantla, living in between worlds, is a universal theme. It's a theme that affects anybody who has fallen in love with someone who's different from their background, or a different race, a different religion, a different geography. So this concept of Nepantla, I hope, will be very appealing to a reader that has nothing to do or is not Mexican-American, or of course one that is. Because all of us are crossing borders. All of us are crossing borders to understand other people, to understand other cultures, to understand other religions. And it gets to the fundamental issue that I think we have in our country, which is we are struggling to be a we at the moment. And to be able to stitch our country, our community together, all of us need to be crossing borders. We need to be reaching out and understanding other people from other places. And this is what Mexican Americans have had to do. If you cross enough borders, if you go from Spanish to English, from the old world of your parents to the new world that you're adopting in the United States, and create this hybrid self, it actually encourages and deepens your empathy for other people. And I think that's at the heart of what this anthology is about. It's about increasing empathy for other people. Very future-oriented, focused on new work that has never been available to any reader before, but also to try to stitch together this we that we are always struggling to stitch together in this country, and do it through the Mexican American lens.